My source of operation was I needed a clarity on my why. Maybe I was a curious child with very different questions. And all I prayed to God for almost 10 years of my life, the only prayer and the one thing I asked from God all my life was take away my life. Okay, if I have to live, what is there for me? Now you show me the path. So I took my first step. I posted on social media, and there were 8 people who liked my post on LinkedIn, and they were all strangers. My blogs were reaching out to more people. WhatsApp community started forming. People were asking about mindset. People were asking about emotions, and now this became the purpose of my life. Vrito and Rasa. So Vrit and Rasa, they are Sanskrit words. Vrit means patterns of mind, and Rasa means emotional juices of our life. It's my own life that I'm pouring out here. So first is I want to be with that women who underestimate their own silence. So my journey is towards that, connecting with more women who really want to help themselves. That's it's a huge responsibility as a coach. You know, you're dealing with someone's life. You're dealing with someone's mindset, emotions. They have expectations from you. If your driving force is money, then please pause and ask yourself, right, why you are here. So I guess your mess becomes your message, and then you are able to connect more because people will see that authenticity within you. And the biggest mistake that we do is we just don't take the first step. So it's just the first step. Take it. Ask yourself. Right. So one book that entirely changed my life is The Power of Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy.
Tell just one mantra of life that you are currently following.
Do it now.
Amazing.
I'll do it now. From that moment, start programming your mind. Means you, if that is coming that you have to do it, that is the first sign from your mind that it's ready. Just do it now. Take one teeny tiny mini step, whatever you can take in that moment.
First episode of Soul Detox, and today we have amazing guest with us, Shivani Agrawal. She's founder of Vritorasa, and let's hear from us. Let's call her, and here is she. Hello, Shivani.
Hey, hi Chiranjeevi. So glad to be here.
I'm also glad to have you as my first guest on my podcast because I have been following your journey since long, and I feel that you are the right person for this podcast. What is the what I have thought about this podcast and all. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for taking out time for us. So can you please tell us a bit about yourself, like who are like how people can like who are you and more about you so that people can know you better.
Right, right. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me here. It's my true honor to have this conversation with you because we have often had these conversations offline. But then to record and to, present it to the whole audience of yours and mine and many more people. So it makes all this whole journey all the more powerful. So thank you so much for creating this space. When it comes to me, my story is no different from many women in our country. Uh, I would say across the globe, from being born in a middle class family with middle class thoughts and emotions, where everything was given to us in a vessel of this is it. This is how you have to lead your life, and there were protocols, there were terms and conditions that were given to me as well, that this is how your life has to be led. Only then you will be called successful. Only then you will have a meaning to your life. But there was a constant rift that was happening within me since my very early age of my life. From a question like who is God? Why are these people going to temples? Why are they worshiping these idols? Although I come from a religious family, I also used to follow, but when I used to bow my head in front of any idol, my mind used to boggle. I just didn't know what to do and why am I doing this. So for my source of operation was I needed a clarity on my why. Maybe I was a curious child with very different questions, but no answers. Everybody said चुप हो जाओ, शट डाउन, ऐसे ही होता है, सब पूजा करते हैं, तुम नहीं करोगी तो कुछ बुरा होगा, या तुम्हें nut milega, and all that things used to come my way. But every time I used to visit a temple, my mind and my heart used to get very disturbed for some reasons. And this is how I would say my spiritual journey started from a very young age. But a conscious spiritual journey started 4 years back when I had hit the rock bottom of my life. If you ask me, my outside world was perfect. Great husband, my own house, my own car, international travels, everything was happening so well. But there was a continuous inner rift, conflict that was happening, where I was given a title of Mrs., where I was given a title of sister, where I was given a title of, all these titles, and I was just carrying them in my bag with a lot of burden with them. In that, I had lost myself. That what exactly do I feel? What exactly do I want? Do I have say in my own life or not? If they say, we have to go there, I'll go there. If everyone says, you have to do this, I'll do that. But where am I in this whole process? And is this the life? So there was constant battle that was going on, and now it was impacting my relationships. It was impacting my overall physical and mental health. To an extent, I wanted to just give away my life. And all I prayed to God for almost 10 years of my life, the only prayer and the one thing I asked from God all my life was, take away my life, disappear me, make me disappear. बस मैं कल सुबह उठूं और मैं किसी को दिखनी नहीं चाहिए, कुछ ऐसा हो जाए. Every night I used to sleep with that thought. But then I was tired of even asking this because I was not being granted that also. There was emotion, there was intention. As in coaching industry, we talk about emotion, belief, intention. Everything was there in that belief, but it was not being granted to me. So one fine night, it was during COVID. I was in my home city, and one night I was sick and tired. I was crying. I don't know from how many months, from days. And that night, something was about to shift. I did not know, and that question that disappeared me from this life shifted to, okay, if I have to live, what is there for me? Now you show me the path. You show me the path. I am here only. You don't want me to, leave this body. I'm here in this body waiting for the rest of my life now. I will wait for you to come and give me the answer. Now you show me the path. What next step I have to take? What do I have to do to come out of it? Either take away my life or take away the situations I'm dealing with right now in my life. One thing. It has to happen now. I guess that emotion was too high than the emotion of, take away my life, because there was a lot of fear behind. It's not easy thing, ki le lo zindagi, all those suicidal thoughts and all. So I was dealing with all that, and nobody in my family knew about it. And just everything shifted after that. How things happened, again, I look back even today, I feel it's a mystery in my life. How people started connecting with me, how someone who wanted to disappear in the rooms, who the person never wanted to talk to anybody, never wanted to be on camera. You will hardly see any pictures of mine before like 4 years back. I just didn't use I was not the person who used to be there in front of the camera or talking to people or be, socially present in front of people. But now I'm here sitting with you doing this podcast. So that has been an amazing journey. So this is how it all happened. And then Vritorasa was gifted to me again, like an answer to my question 4 years back. And now I am on this journey spreading the word of Vritorasa.
Yeah, got it. So, since I know you like from last 2 years or almost 2.5 years, so I've seen you starting a new venture as a business coach, and you started as a business coach and you transitioned towards this Vritorasa you have found recently. So, what exactly made you transition towards this Vritorasa, and what was your key learning when you were doing business coaching, and why you felt that that was not your calling and you need something else in your life?
That's a very powerful question about my life. So when I started 4 years back, Chiranjeevi, I reached out to my mentor. Since that time, I have not, first thing, I have not stopped investing in coaches. I have never been out of coach for the last 4 years, right?
Mhm.
And by God's grace, like once that journey is over, automatically my next mentor appears. I just don't have to do anything. So that beautifully things have happened for me. So when I started my journey 4 years back, I did not even know coaching industry exists or there is something like life coaching and there is whole world here. I had no clue about it. I was connected to my coach by one of my best friends, and my journey started from there. Just healing myself, nothing else. Just I wanted the answers for myself. I wanted to overcome the feeling of all those depression and suicidal thoughts. I just wanted to overcome that and deal with my life. That's it. That was the whole agenda of that journey and working with my coach. But as we were working, opportunities started opening up. So two tools that really helped me out in that journey was in the beginning was forgiveness and gratitude. My mentor said, Shivani, I know you will not have any emotion to it while doing it, but you do it. Just mark my words, things will change for you. I was like, how things can change if it's just by saying sorry, just by saying thank you. Because I did not know the power of these words. बचपन में हमें क्या दे दिया है, कुछ भी हो थैंक यू बोल दो, कुछ भी गलत कर दो तो सॉरी बोल दो, बट उनके उसके पीछे क्या इमोशन है, that was not taught to us, which I learned from my mentor. And when I started practicing, somehow something happened one day that, I wrote something and my friend asked me, why don't you post it on social media? I said, no, people will read it, they will judge. So there was a lot of judgments that were going on. But then he pushed me. So I thought, okay, I am on a journey to explore myself. So this first step, I'll take it for myself. I'm not posting it for anybody. What will happen? Worse, I will get a criticism, but let me do it for myself. Anyways, I'm getting criticism from life for all these years. So what? One more. Let me do it. So I took my first step. I posted on social media, and there were 8 people who liked my post on LinkedIn, and they were all strangers. So my morale was so high. Oh my God, I can write, and 7, 8 strangers liking my post. I was on cloud nine, like my life has changed that in that moment. I wrote the next day, the next day, the next day, and I started writing blogs, and people started connecting with me. They started coming and they wanted to book a call with me, they wanted to share their problems, and now I'm going to my mentor. Why are they sharing their problems with me? I'm not the one who can help them. I'm the one who is seeking help from you. You know why they are coming. And he said, Shivani, something's happening. Just be open to this whole idea. Just keep flowing with what is happening. You don't have to, heal them fully. You don't have to give them the solutions. Just be the listener there with them. I said, okay, let me do it because I did not have any belief in myself, but my coach was believing in me. And now it was my responsibility as I was working with him to believe in whatever he says me. And I do it in my, best honesty. So I said, okay. So I started taking calls. My blogs were reaching out to more people. WhatsApp community started forming. People were asking about mindset. People were asking about emotions. And now this became the purpose of my life. I have to help women like me who are struggling, who just do not know, who have lost their identity. I have to help them out. So this was my initial why when I started this journey as my side hustle, that this will be something I would just do out of love, out of passion. But for my core, I'm a fashion designer as well. And it was my 15, 20 years dream of having my own apparel brand. So that time I was working with my best friend and to launch my own fashion brand. Uh, but so my mentor, he was a pranic healer as well. So he just scanned the energy of me being getting into coaching business and me getting into the fashion business. So somewhere the energy of me getting into coaching business was very high, but me getting into fashion business was very low. And I said, Avinash, this is wrong. This can never happen. I can't get into coaching. I can't talk to people. I can't be on camera. I can't be building profile. Sorry, this is not my cup of tea. But again, things have to happen. Something happened that my friend had to leave. She had to quit in between. So that moment, again, I asked God, what next? Okay, you have got me till here. What next? And this is how my coaching journey started, with the only intention to help women. On the way, life has to teach us the lessons. So I was handed over the niche of business coaching by one of the mentors. I had not much idea about how niche is found and how things happen and all that. So I was also in my learning phase. So I also accepted, okay, this is, business excites me. So, okay, maybe this is my calling. Along with that, I will keep doing the mindset thing. So now my mindset and emotional realignment thing took the back seat, and business coaching took the front seat. So I started my journey, started closing clients, clients started getting results, things started happening, money was coming in, my emotional, my financial state was high. Everything was like, now this is going to be perfect. No, this is what I wanted, financial freedom. But in that process, I forgot my why. I forgot the intention why I started. And now the money that was coming in, it was giving me sleepless nights. Every time I was closing a client and the money was coming in my bank account, somewhere there was some inner disturbance. And then I reached out to my business partner. I said, Sachin, this is not happening. I just do not know what that feeling is, but it is not making me feel good. This is not my calling, and this is not making me happy. I know it's a tough decision for both of us, but there is something more to it. I just can't stop here. Just because money is coming in, things are happening the way I want it. But behind those curtains, my peace is shaken completely. So there is something more to my life. There is something more to my journey, because this is not coaching. I did not find coaching for myself. I never wanted to become a coach. I never wanted to be on this seat, but something has chosen me to be here. So there is a lesson I have to learn. If there is inner disturbance, it means there is something which is not right. And I have to listen to that voice of mine. It was a tough decision, but he supported me. He heard me. He gave me that space where I can just, take my time, understand myself, take another journey. So my another mentor came, this president and CEO of Think and Grow Rich, Mr. Satish Verma. So he happened in my life, and it's just the amazing. The journey has been amazing. After that, I had a one-to-one call with him. I shared what all is happening with me, and then he made me understood that, see, again, I have to understand that money is an energy. And because my energy was not aligning with that energy as a business coach, as well as my values were not aligning with my niche, where I was promoting of making money, but where my heart lied was emotional realignment of a soul, of somebody. And now there was so much of mismatch of what I was doing and what I wanted to do. So he made me understand. I got the answers. I took the journey took the journey with him. I'm a certified Think and Grow Rich coach as well now. So it's been 1.5, 2 years with him now. And this is how I took pause from business coaching. Then Vritorasa happened to with me. Uh, so this has been the transition phase. So there were three parts of this journey, from being a business this fashion designer to becoming a business coach, and then this journey of Vritorasa. Yeah.
It is such a powerful, like you have lived that experience of being a business coach, being a life coach, and now Vritorasa has been formed. So when you start Vritorasa, like when this idea like conceive in your mind, what was the initial thought, and how it how it actually happened, like how Vritorasa actually happened? So if you can give us a bit
Yeah.
about that.
So I guess I'll be sharing this for the first time. Nobody ever asked me this question, that how it actually happened, what happened in that moment. So first of all, I'll just share about Vrito Rasa, what exactly this means. Vrito and Rasa. So Vrit and Rasa, they are Sanskrit words. Vrit means patterns of mind, and Rasa means emotional juices of our life. So this is how this word is formed, and each alphabet in this, each letter in this Vritorasa, Vritorasa, has its own meaning as well. So this is how Vritorasa was formed. But how did it actually appeared in my life? So when I was taking this pause from being a business coach to finding what exactly I have to do for the rest of my life, what is my calling, who I am meant to be, and in that moment, my coach, he was in India from Canada, so he was visiting India. I got the chance to spend good time with him. Just by being in his energy, something again elevated within me, something shifted within him, just listening to him, just seeing how he behaves and talks and be in his own life. So there was a lot of things that started opening from inside me as well, that first I have to open myself to the experience of what is happening right now. I don't have to operate from the source of pressure that other people are doing, I'm not doing, I'm taking a pause, I might have to change the niche. So there was a lot of business pressure that was coming from the people, and there were judgments that were coming down from social media, people who knew me. So there were a lot of questions that were coming in. So in that moment I realized that first I have to just allow myself to fully immerse myself into this experience of what is happening, and ask myself the right question, and why I have taken this pause, because it's for me and not for other people. Because then it will be, I will not be able to justify with the title of a coach if I just keep doing something which does not align with my value and I'm teaching others about their values, right? Be it a business coach, be it a life coach, you have to be aligned with your values. And I learned from him. I came back, and for a week, I actually didn't do anything. I just didn't feel like doing anything. And for the first time, I was not guilty of taking this rest. Just, I was watching Netflix. Honestly, for 1 week, I was watching Netflix. I watched back to back Punjabi movies for the first time in, 20 years of my life. Being a Punjabi, I guess I took a long break from that whole energy of being a Punjabi. I guess that moment, consciously, I was maybe watching movie, but back of the mind, there was something again, questions, answer that was going on and off. And one evening, I just opened my laptop randomly and I started looking for something with the only thought, something which has a very deep meaning, which talks about me, which talks about my journey. I want that word. And it doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be English, something in Sanskrit. वो भी क्लियर हो गया था कि संस्कृत में कोई वर्ड चाहिए, पर कुछ ऐसा चाहिए जो मेरी जर्नी के बारे में बात करे, क्योंकि मैं उससे ज्यादा कनेक्ट कर पाऊंगी with that whole aspect of life. So then I started, thanks to ChatGPT, it came to my rescue. I started putting in a lot of words and a lot of words. Like that day, I scanned almost 100, 200 words. And in those 200 words, Vrit and Rasa just popped out. Like होता ना कि बस वो अलग दिख रहे हैं, वो बार बार बस अलग ही दिख रहे हैं मुझे, वृत और रसा, वृत और रसा. बट व्हाट डू आई डू विथ these two words, vrit and rasa? And now my brain was immediately, it has to be vrit or rasa. So this is how Vritorasa was formed. And I slept on it for 2 days. So usually I'm the kind of person, if I have a new idea, I'll just jump out of excitement. I'll reach out to my business partner. He's a great friend of mine. I'll reach out to him. ये है, ऐसा ऐसा करना है, पूरा plan ready है, इसका creative ready. So I'm that kind of person. For the first time, I just felt calm. I just felt calm. I just slept on it. I I was with Vriturasa for 2 days, 3 days. It was on Thursday evening, and Monday I got on a call with my partner, and I said, "This is what it is, and this is what I'm going to do." I know I do not have any clarity. Don't ask me any questions कि क्या है, कैसे होगा, क्या करवाओगे, मुझे नहीं पता. But Vriturasa has to happen. I know this. All the answers will come. Will start, all the answers will come, but this is what it is. So it just came out of lot of conviction, lot of confidence, and mm, above all, lot of love, because Vrit and Rasa talks about my journey, patterns of my mind, which I handled, I dealt with, and the emotional juices of my life, which I always felt made me weak, because I always said, being a woman, anyways we say, women are emotionally weak. तो मैंने भी वो बहुत affirm किया अपनी जिंदगी में. But I realized every emotion empowers us. It's just here to tell us something, to guide towards us towards something, and each emotion is pointing towards a journey. It's not asking you to stop. It's asking you to pause and ask yourself the right question and move.
Correct.
So this is how Vritorasa was formed, and this is about my Vritorasa is not just a program, it's my own life that I'm pouring out here.
Okay, so I'm getting what you are saying right now, and I love the concept of Riturasa and how you come across that particular thing. Now I really wanted to know, like, what exactly you have the vision with Vriturasa. Like, how Vriturasa want to help people, and how Vriturasa is like when you see down the line in next 10 years or 20 years, how you see Vriturasa as, and what what kind of community you want to build around Vriturasa.
Uh, Yesterday only I was, having this conversation with my coach, that sir, when it comes to the long-term vision, there was a time I could see my life 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line. But at this time, what I have learned from my life is just one day at a time, one moment at a time, and what best I can give in that moment. So I guess I'm moving along with that. I'm trying to become that person who lives in the present. But when it comes to, long term, what I'm looking forward to with Vritorasa, yes, I do have a vision with that. uh, I want to have my own retreat. I want to have my own Vritorasa healing sthal. The place I already have in my mind, how it will look like, it I already have in my mind. I'm not a very social media buff person who wants to be out there with lot of glam and all. I'm a very quiet and silent person, love to be in my own private space, and this is how I operate. So my whole journey is about that, especially for women who are like me, but we underestimate our own silence. So first is I want to be with that women who underestimate their own silence. They feel that our silence is our weakness, that people can take us for granted. But I, what I have learned is that my silence is my biggest tool. That's my strength, because I'm always saving my energy by being silent. But by being silent, am I asking myself the wrong questions? Am I criticizing myself? Am I blaming myself? Am I shaming myself? That is the question. That is where I have to work. So I want to be with women, create that healthy, safe space where they can come, they can, communicate with each other through silences, through their introvert nature, maybe through their own life stories. They can connect deeply, and I want to create that safe, healthy space for them. They where they, they just don't feel judged about what they are sharing. They just don't feel judged about how they look. They just don't feel judged about how they think, right? So this is my vision as of now. This is what I have to create, and going forward I want to have my own offline retreat. So Vritorasa healing sthal is something again came to me, that this is what I have to build, this is what I have to create. So my journey is towards that, connecting with more women who really want to help themselves, because nobody is going to come and help you. Nobody. मेरे पापा एक चीज बोलते थे, बचपन से बोलते आ रहे थे, वो हंसी में बोलते थे शायद, अपने पापड़ खुद बेलने हैं. And now I realized what exactly a deep meaning that phrase has, that it's your life who you have to take the accountability. And once you start working on yourself, start looking inside you, start finding the answers for yourself, everything outside starts falling in place. Your health, your wealth, your relationships, your money, everything. You don't have to work for only one thing. Work on yourself, everything else will start aligning, because you will start operating in the high energy. And health, wealth, relationship, everything, they are high energy things in the universe, right? So we are operating in low energy, so all these things we are attracting low energy things. So we have to elevate our energy, so you have to work on yourself. So this is what I believe in. This is what has helped me truly in my journey. And this is what I want to take it forward and reach out to women who really want to work on themselves. And it's a process. You also know, right? You have been
Yes.
in this journey that it's a process. It's not a one time thing ki aao jadoo ki chhadi ghumai or the magic will happen. It's a continuous work that you keep doing on yourself.
Yeah, so yeah, totally resonating with your answer, and because I have been into that journey, so I know that journey very well. Uh, in the market, like you are seeing, there are numerous life coaches, healers are coming in the market, and everybody is talking about the same things, healing, and there are various modalities
Yeah.
that people are looking forward to. Like there are akashic, some people are doing inner child healing and all that stuff. Some people are doing, and what I felt being in this journey, it's an endless thing. Like when you start with one thing, you feel like doing another, doing another, doing another. And recently, what I found that most of the coaches, uh, they have done certifications and all those things they have done. And there is a fear-based psychology is going on in the market. Like people are creating fears around various things. Like I have also understood this trauma and all that stuff. So I understand that there is trauma and we need to take care of that, but most of the people, they haven't gone through that journey by themselves, but they are like healing, trying to heal others, whether they themselves are not that healed, and they are not, because in the coaching industry, what I felt in my journey, you should be walking the path what you're telling to others.
Exactly.
So what's your take on that? Like why people are like, how people have to choose their coaches and mentors when they are jumping into this healing journey, and how to identify that who is the right person to serve them in the better way.
I guess, Chiranjeev, there is no right or wrong answer for this, and I just can't comment on people who are in this coaching industry and what intentions are they, being there. I do not know, because somewhere we all are trying to become a better person. We all are learning. We all are in the process. Someone is at level B, someone is at level J, different levels, right? Uh, it's just that we have to be there with right intentions. Are we there with the intention of just making money, कि हमें एक और client मिल जाएगा, हमें और पैसा आ जाएगा, and is money the only driving force for you? Then that is the question you have to ask. What is your real why? Why you want to become a coach? Because you can make money in any industry. आप कहीं से भी पैसा कमा सकते हो. बट जो मैंने समझा पिछले 4 साल में, स्पेशली दैट बिजनेस कोचिंग वाला थिंग, व्हेन दैट हैपेंड, दैट वाज द बिगेस्ट रियलाइजेशन फॉर मी, दैट इट्स अ ह्यूज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एज अ कोच. यू आर डीलिंग विद समवन्स लाइफ, you are dealing with someone's mindset, emotions. They have expectations from you, right? So you hold a lot of responsibility, which other industries do not hold, where you just have to create a commodity and maybe you have to just sell it off. So if that is the intention, then please look into yourself. It means there is something more you have to learn in this journey. Maybe you are a great coach and this is what your journey is about. But if your driving force is money, then please pause and ask yourself, right, why you are here. Is this only because of money? Then please go and make money from other sources. Do not play with others life. And how to choose a coach, I have also chosen couple of coaches that I did not align with. I will not say they were bad coaches or wrong coaches. I did not align with those coaches. So rather than going out on social media cribbing and crying and shouting out on them that this is what happened and this is what they promised me, I paused within myself what I want. It was me who invested in them. So what is that I want, right? What kind of coach I align with? So I just got a little cautious after that. Not cautious in the sense that I stopped again, not stopped investing. I invest whatever I make. Large sum it goes just to being with a coach, whatever it takes. And now it's been a 2 years journey almost with Satish sir. And last week only my course is about to end. So I was saying that now you have to tell me what next for me to be with you. So when you find that right coach, again, it's a journey. आपको सही गुरु जब whenever you are ready, you also will get the right mentor for you. So every stage is a preparation. I feel we have to stop complaining and blaming other people. right? If
Right.
there is something wrong, first we have to reflect in ourselves and see what better we can do, and not spread that energy of negativity. And then we have to see with what intentions we had invested the money in the coach. It was just the intention कि आज मैं $10,000 कमा रहा हूँ, वो मुझे $1,00,000 कमा के दे देगा. Then your intention was also questionable there,
Correct.
right? So we have to again ask ourselves.
Yeah. So my intention of asking this particular question was like, suppose I have been into this healing journey. Okay. So that there are multiple areas of my life that needs to be work on,
Mhm.
like health, wealth, and relationship and all that stuff. But when I see myself from last 2 years, what one thing that I have improved, in what one area I have improved. So I have that guts to say that if I have improved in that particular area, I can help others to improve in that particular area. So most of the times I truly believe that your own story, your own past story, and your own experiences can help you to become a better coach, and what one transformation that people are looking for, because you have done it for yourself, that's why you can do it for others also.
Right.
So being into this healing journey, and like you have also choose some kind of transformation when you think of Viturasa, and that transformation truly depends on your journey, that what you have overcome with. So you are helping the people of the same nature who are you like 2 to 3 years back. So is
Right.
it something like I usually follow this principle. So I really want to know from your side, is this the right way to choose the one transformation that you really want to bring in people's life, or how to decide on the transformation that I will be able to help in this? We have learned so many modalities. I don't want to
Right.
like be like "Ki, I can improve your health, wealth, and relationship, all areas of your life." So
Hmm.
I have to be sure because I have done it for myself in that particular area. So what's your take on that?
Absolutely vouch on what you say. I also agree with that, because when transformation thing happens, like when we have to decide one transformation, what one result we are giving. So when I was working on it, it was again coming back from my own experience. What I have done for myself, I can talk with a lot of conviction and confidence. I have done this for myself. I can't talk about my clients because their journey was different, their experiences were different. I don't know how much they practice what I was giving them, but I practice
Right.
whatever my coach gave me. And with that practice, I have reached here today. So I talk with that confidence and conviction that this will happen if you follow everything to the T, right? So I guess your mess becomes your message, and then you are able to connect more because people will see that authenticity within you, that it's not
Yeah.
just on the surface level this person is talking, this person has done. Uh, and you can actually step into that person's shoes every time, live your client's life कि वो कैसे सोच रहा है, क्या फील कर रहा है, बिकॉज आपने भी कहीं ना कहीं वही सोचा है, वही फील किया है, right? Now you
Agree.
can guide your client better how to come out of it.
Yeah. And there are so many people who are out there who have amazing gifts with them, but they are not able to like showcase them in a way that they really can help people with. So what is, if you could whisper that one truth to every soul who is listening right here, who is called to lead but feels afraid, what would you say? That if they really have that potential, if they have that amazing gift that people need to have, but they are somewhere scared, somewhere not believing themselves. So what you have to say to these people?
Right. See, the one question that haunts us most is what if? What if I fail? Right? And our mind is designed in a manner where there is negativity bias, because our mind says, see, I'm protecting you by keeping you in the same place over and over again. See, you are safe here. So do not take the step. So what if you fail? Because if you will ask yourself, what if I fail? What you will do? You keep staying in your discomfort, which you are calling is your comfort zone, right?
Correct.
Now ask yourself for one time, what if I succeed? What will happen if I take the first step? What will happen if I move ahead with this? What will happen? वर्स्ट लाइफ का केस तब है जब आप ये आपके अंदर से ये जवाब आए कि अगर मैं माइनस में चला गया, मैं जीरो में चला गया, मैं माइनस, अब मैं कभी उठ ही नहीं सकता लाइफ में, मैं कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता लाइफ में। दैट इज द वर्स्ट सिचुएशन, एंड दैट इज व्हेन एक्चुअली यू लीव योर बॉडी, राइट? कि ये तो जीने और मरना, ये तो मरना ही होगा इसमें, राइट? सो दैट इज द वर्स्ट कंडीशन। रेस्ट ऑल इज जस्ट एक्सपीरियंस, and you are here on this earth just to experience life. And why you are suffering? Because you are stopping yourself from those experiences. अब सफरिंग कहाँ है? वो इनर सफरिंग बन गई है, क्योंकि आपकी सोल तो इवॉल्व होने आई है। इवॉल्व कैसे होगी? जब एक्सपीरियंसेस होंगे। एक्सपीरियंस तभी होंगे जब आप एक एक्सपीरियंस के बाद दूसरा एक्सपीरियंस करोगे। किसी में फेल होगे तो किसी में सक्सीड होगे, बट विथ एवरी फेलियर, विथ एवरी सक्सेस, यू लर्न समथिंग एंड देन you move on, right? And the biggest mistake that we do is we just don't take the first step. So we
Correct.
all have to take just the first step. Next step, with my own experience, I am telling you, everything starts coming in front of you. Everything starts appearing. So it's just the first step. Take it. Ask yourself, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या हो जाएगा? Because this is what I asked myself when I had put my first post. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या हो जाएगा? लोग क्रिटिसाइज़ करेंगे ना, क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है? पहले भी तो करते ही हैं फॉर ऑल माय गुड एक्शंस एज़ वेल। पीपल हू हैव टू क्रिटिसाइज़ दे एनीवे डू, बट लेट मी पोस्ट इट एंड सी। एंड टुडे आई एम हियर विद माय बुक। वेयर इज़ इट? With my book. Someone who said that I cannot write, first day with my mentor, and I said I was given a task, and he said that we have to write about our own childhood. No one is going to read it. We don't have to share it in the class, but we have to go and write. We had one full week. And I instantly said, Sir, I cannot write. He said, Why? Matlab, you just have to write about your story. I said, I have a lot of thoughts throughout the day, but when I hold the pen, a copy in front of me, I just go blank. And he just had a conversation with me and he said, just write, I am blank. Write 100 times, I am blank. That's it. That's your homework. And you won't believe, after fourth or fifth day, it was Saturday early morning, 6 o'clock. Everybody was sleeping. It was very quiet. And I thought, chalo, let me try. And I sat, I wrote for 3 hours. I wrote 18 pages front and back. And there has been no looking back after that. From this book to my two more books, they are in the phase of editing. Manuscripts are ready. Everything is ready. क्या हुआ?
What is the title of the book, if you can tell?
Through 39 Mirrors. So I wrote this book. So when I turned 39, and I have written, there are 39 chapters plus one chapter about sharing my, entering into 40s. So there are 39 chapters in this with my 39 life experiences.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, is it on Amazon? This book is
Yes,
on
it's
Amazon?
it's available on Amazon.
Okay. Okay. So, one thing I want to understand, like, I want to know from you, like, who is that one person and one book? If you can name it once, who is
Mm-hmm.
that one person and one book who transformed your life completely at the 360 level? And
Okay.
if you want to suggest that to our audience.
Right. So one book that entirely changed my life is The Power of Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. It was again suggested by one of my friends, and he said that, go and read this book. So initially I felt, it's a bulky book, and I had taken a long break from reading and all, and self-help books I had never read before that. I had read books like Secret, that were very easy to read. So I had the whole concept of law of attraction and everything, but it was like a concept in my mind, but not the practical how I have to implement and actually if it works, right? So when I read The Power of Subconscious Mind, I was just blown that, you know everything is within me. I have all the tools, I can do it. So it was every time I was reading the book, there was a breakthrough moment. There was a breakthrough moment. And then every time for almost 1 year, every time I felt, why am I doing this? There was a fear, there was a lot of doubts, and everything happened right along this journey. And I used to go back to that book, randomly open the page, read the book. I used to realize, oh, I am powerful. I can do this. And then this is how my first year of this journey started. When it comes to people, so I'll mention three people who have contributed immensely in last 4 years of my journey to make me who I am today, to make me sit in front of camera and speak with so much love within me, with so much of gratitude within me. So one is my friend, my business partner, Sachin. He created a very non-judgmental space for me to speak, to share, to open my mind. So that was the time I realized, okay, there can be safe spaces with people. So before I used to feel, it's very scary to talk to people, to open up, to be very honest and transparent with human beings. So that was my another fear, to talk to people. So, but he created that space which gave me space to grow. He only connected me with my first mentor, Avinash Anand Singh. I took 1 year journey with him. He changed my life to another 180 degrees, opened up my mindset, showed me the possibilities of my life. And he believed in me in the moment I had completely lost belief in myself. So he was the second person, and now third person, Satish Verma. I just can't think of my life without him now. He is not just my mentor; he's like a father figure to me. I was looking for someone who has experienced life, who can again uh, guide me better. So with him, I not only opened my mindset, my emotional alignment, but also my spiritual journey accelerated with him, because he actually made me experience how peace feels like in life. So peace was there earlier also, but in a hustle, in a rush. Just glimpses of peace, but that also with a lot of question mark, with a lot of doubt and fears. But then now I would say I'm almost there. Still learning, still progressing. But yes, these three people and this one book has completely changed my life.
Amazing, amazing. Like I know about Satish Sharma sir, he's amazing. And I just want to know, like, if you tell just one mantra of life that you are currently following, like on everyday basis, what's that?
Do it now. Do it now.
Amazing.
If you feel like working out, you have to work out. आपको वेट लॉस करना है, वेट गेन करना है, आप मंडे का वेट कर रहे हो, न्यू ईयर का वेट कर रहे हो, बट आज मन में आ रहा है, इसी टाइम आ रहा है, बट सोचा है कि खाना खा लिया है, अभी तो नहीं, कल सुबह खाना खा लिया, दैट्स ओके, गो एंड डू 10 jumping jacks. Just stand and just move your hand and feet and tell your mind, I'll do it now. From that moment, start programming your mind. Means you, if that is coming that you have to do it, that is the first sign from your mind that it's ready. It's the first sign from your body that it's ready. And now if you're telling your mind it's okay, पहले भी तो चीटिंग की है, फिर से चीटिंग कर लेंगे, तो माइंड बोलेगा ठीक है, चलो लेट्स सिट, रिलैक्स, हैव चिप्स, राइट? सो डू इट नाउ. Just do it now. Take one teeny tiny mini step, whatever you can take in that moment.
Amazing, amazing. That's a great advice. Like we usually procrastinate thinking about the past and future, what will happen in the future and how our past was, but we are not in the moment and we don't think about doing things right away. And that's the beautiful mantra that you have shared. So, the last question that I want to ask, like, how can our listeners connect with you, and what's the next step in your world for those who feel the calling, and how, like, basically, how you can help people so that if somebody wants to connect with you anyway, they can connect, and what's the next step, and what they
Okay.
can feel like, what they can hope for while connecting with you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing this, for letting me sharing this. So they can connect me through Instagram. My handle is shivaniagarwal.in. They can find me on Facebook as well as LinkedIn. And I have my own WhatsApp community of women, which is titled by Rasa Queens, because I feel we are all emotionally strong people, strong souls. We are not emotionally weak. It's just we have to learn to realign our emotions. So if they want to reach out to me, so these are the ways they can reach out to me or via you. And I'm also a pranic healer. So I'm building my community of pranic, where I'll be starting taking consultations for pranic healing as well. And again, women who are ready, ready to work on themselves, and they want to stop blaming the outside world. उसने ऐसा किया, उसके कारण ऐसा हो गया. Again, are we are just shaming ourselves through that by blaming others, right? So it's high time we stop doing that, and rather than blaming others, we empower ourselves with the right thoughts. We learn how to talk to ourselves. We start asking ourselves the right questions, because all the breakthroughs, all the answers, everything comes when we start asking ourselves the right questions. Ask yourself, what is holding you back? Your fears, right? What is that fear? What if I don't do well in this? Right? So, by only asking this one question and building a habit of asking the right questions, oh, how can I do it? Life is giving much opportunity to take this first step to do something. So, this is what Vritorasa journey is about, where we ask ourselves the right questions, and we also realign our karmic energy so that we can manifest good health, peace, love, and abundance. Because I feel peace is at the highest. If we are at peace, we are at high energy, and the ideal minds are the minds which are the messy minds, which are overthinking. Those are the actually the most idle minds, because they're just thinking the same thing, one thing over and over again, and they're calling themselves, oh, मैं तो overthink कर रही हूँ. आप overthink नहीं कर रहे हो, आप एक ही चीज को बार बार सोच रहे हो, right? So peaceful mind are the most busiest minds. क्यों बोलते हैं, when you want to have good ideas, go out, be at a peaceful place, connect with yourself, so that new ideas start coming in. All the successful people, they take breaks, they go, go meditate, or be in the resorts, cut themselves from everything, and then they come back and they just, they come with a lot of power and new ideas, and they bombard the market. Why? Because they are at peace. They go, find a peaceful space for them, create a peaceful space for them, and now ideas start pouring in. They take their first action. So this is what this whole Vritorasa journey is about. And if any woman is ready to take that journey, ready to do that inner work, and they are ready to realign their energies of loving themselves, then Vritorasa is open for them.
Thank you so much for sharing all this. I will share all your social media links and your group link in the podcast below. Okay, if anybody wants to connect with Shivani, yeah, they can connect through the social media links below. Thank you so much for this wonderful conversation, and I really enjoy the every bit of it. Being into this path since very long period of time, I love to listen about the experiences of people belonging to these like life experiences. I really want to hear because I've been into that journey. So it's really a pleasure listening all of it from you. So thanks for being here and really
Thank you so
grateful
much.
for you.
Thank you.
So guys, this is our first episode. See you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.